Hi guys, I'm Xana and welcome back to the TKT series bakery edition. This is a series that I've started because I really want to open my own bakery. If you guys haven't watched the whole series yet, then you know what to do after watching this video. Just to explain the concept a bit, what I would do is that every week I would get inspired by a different cuisine / country from around the world and introduce like a special item in the menu. That's the concept. I've never heard of it before. I really hope I can make it a reality. But we've done a lot of European countries, so I decided it was time to go to another side of the world. Today we're gonna get inspired by Korea. The inspiration came because I've heard news that season 2 of Squid Games is coming soon and season 3 is already planned, so this is kind of my homage to the Korean culture. But let's just jump into the video because you're probably tired of hearing me ramble and you want to see some cooking, and I want to do some cooking.
Get some help.
Normally we start mostly with the savory recipes, but today we're gonna change it up a bit and start with the sweet one already. And today we're making some hotteok. I hope I pronounced that right, but they're basically Korean pancakes filled with red bean paste. Although I've heard they're also filled with chocolate sometimes. Since we're using yeast, which we've kind of conquered fear on,
I'm fine.
we're gonna make it work. Since we already have the azuki bean paste, we don't have to redo that because we've already made that for the dorayakis that we did for the Japanese video. See, this is why you have to go and see the other videos. We're bringing a lot of elements together. It's like a full circle. In a bowl, we're gonna combine some yeast, then we have some coconut sugar, and then some lukewarm water. This smells very weird. I don't know how to explain it. But the reason why we want lukewarm water is because we don't want to kill the yeast if it's too hot and then too cold and it won't really do anything. So let's just pour it in. Yeah, with yeast you have to be careful because the range of it working is quite small. Also, if you don't have coconut sugar, just use regular sugar. It's fine. We set it aside for 20 minutes so the yeast can do its little thing. And then we'll be back to add the rest of the ingredients, which means the flour, some oil, and the flour has to be sifted. We love that here.
I'm fine.
But after some time, guys, the yeast is bubbling away and now it's time to sift the flour. It always takes so long. I would literally just hire someone to sift for me. It always goes all over the place. See, like half of it is already going outside. Flour never wants to cooperate. I don't know why. If you do it very fast, everything does go outside. And if you do it really slow, it takes forever. Tell me your favorite Korean show because I really want to start watching some. I've actually never watched Parasite, for example, but I really want to watch it. Now we're gonna add the salt. Not too much. It has happened before where I added too much salt. Let's just say it didn't taste like dessert.
And I'm
Gonna add some oil. Now we mix. It's like an elevated dorayaki thing because it has yeast. And actually, guys, I really like the new setup. I think this is a much nicer one. Now that's nicely incorporated, we have to let the baby rest for around an hour. I know recently a lot of things have been a lot about waiting, but that's just life, you know, we have to learn how to be patient. In an hour we're gonna check and hopefully it has double in size, otherwise we're gonna have to wait more time. In the meantime, let's clean up the sifting mess that we've created here.
1 hour later.
The thing has double in size, but now we just have to deflate it and wait for 20 minutes. So I should have not done it like that. Oh well, nothing we can do about this now. But our baby's looking good. So we're just gonna wear our hands and start rolling them with some azuki bean paste in the middle. I meant filling them, that's what I meant. We've got a plate right here to put them on. A bit of this, put a bit of the filling right there, and now we cover. This is not turning out as pretty as I was picturing it. First one is always the worst, so it's fine.
I'm fine.
Got one. Should have made balls already beforehand. We're always so unprepared. It's a classic here. Am I ever gonna be prepared? Probably not. We're grabbing another plate. At this point, they just resemble poop. White poop.
Ugh.
I'm trying my best, guys, okay? I really am. Look, it's gonna be edible either way. Now let me go clean this. It looks like I snotted everywhere. So now it's time to heat the pan. Ugh, scary. They're looking a bit crusty. Take one. Yeah, take that one.
Чуть.
Debería estar así tan dorado, pero un poquito quemado. Yo le doy un 6.
A ver, ábrelo.
¿Qué lo abro?
Por la mitad tiene un relleno. Lo mismo del dorayaki.
Ah, esa cosa dulce. Está rico.
Let's go. Korean pancake. Ábrelo por la mitad.
Es un Korean pancake.
Mm.
¿Y qué tiene? Es como un dorayaki.
But Korean style.
Está rico.
The score, how much?
8.
Oh, that's good. But obviously guys, now it's time to try it ourselves. Because our customers have already been served, so now we deserve a little treat. So let's open the baby up. Look at that. I'm definitely gonna try this recipe again. Cheers. I like the texture. I don't know how to describe it, but I really have to start making more things with yeast. It reminds me of something of my childhood. Can't really explain what. That was only the warm-up. The next recipes are gonna keep me on my toes as well. And one of them I'm actually quite scared because I feel like it can be quite complicated. And I tend to overcomplicate stuff.
Get some help.
Now, I cannot go the Korean week without trying to make kimchi. So let's hope I don't, destroy this. But we had to do it. So let's just get started because it's a lot of waiting around for this. So I've been watching some videos on how to do this. Normally, it's a family kind of thing. And now you're supposed to open it with your hands. I'm gonna try to make it as good as I can. If this is not like authentic, please don't come at me. I'm trying my best. So now we need to wash this. This is washed. And now we have to add a bunch of salt. Basically need to make sure it's salted all the way. We're just not gonna talk about the mess we're gonna make. This is a process of waiting because we need to allow this to rest for around 3 to 4 hours. I don't really know what I'm doing. And we're moving on to the next one. I'm feeling more salt outside than inside. I mean, I can see how this would be a fun family activity. I feel like we don't tend to do as much family activities anymore, which is kind of sad. Doing it with other people and just having that sense of community, I feel like that's something that we don't get to do a lot anymore, especially since COVID when we were all separated, and we have now kind of normalized that. Well, okay, we're getting into serious talk right here. This is supposed to be a fun, light-hearted video.
I'm fine.
Anyway, that's that. We have to make the sauce now. Right after I clean a bit of this.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
We're ready to start the process of making the paste. And for that, we're gonna need to chop some carrots and some scallions. The method is called julienne, and I've seen a video where they cut chunks like that, and then they put it like on a rainbow order, and then they cut it. So I'm gonna try and do that. I mean, that's gonna work. Kind of. I'm just gonna do it with a sharper knife, I guess. The kimchis I've tried are mild in flavor because I'm trying to build my spice tolerance. What's one type of food that your family loves but you despise? For me, it's either spice or olives. Yeah, my family loves olive. That's the carrots cut. We have some leftover scallions from a recipe that I was testing for my family. They're not really cut into the julienne thing that we wanted, but they're cut, so we're gonna use that. But we're gonna cut some more just in case, I mean, we might as well just use the whole thing. Also, I'm so excited for the season 2 and 3 of Squid Game. Now we have to move over to the stove and do the rest of the sauce. Let's go. For the paste, we're gonna need 2 cups of water, 1 cup of rice flour, which I don't have. I've researched, and you can substitute it for cornstarch. Pretend nothing happened. You didn't see anything. Shut up. I'm not doing anything. Now we start the simmering process. We just have to wait until it thickens. How long until it thickens? I don't know. It depends on the stove you use.
Few minutes later.
So as you can see, it's now like thicken up. We have to turn it off. We have to allow this to cool down. And now we have to do a paste to put inside that. And for that, in a food processor or a blender, we're gonna add some garlic, some onion, and for the sweet element, some apples and pear. Also, it's apple season, so you know it's kind of perfect. And then some soy sauce. Let's go blend this baby up.
A few inches later.
And now this is mixed. Also, something that we need to add is gochujang. We have to add like a powder form of this, and this is already kind of mixed in, so I thought that I might as well just use this. I'm not gonna put too much because I don't want it to be too spicy. Oh, also I forgot to tell you guys, I put some ginger powder here because I don't have fresh ginger. Now it's time to mix. It's gonna be a bit complicated because this is thick AF. Oh, this is a workout in itself. And now to this, we need to add the cut carrots and scallions. So let's add the carrots first. Have you guys ever tried to make kimchi before? How did it go for you? Okay, now we're making a mess everywhere. So I think we've mixed it. This just has to be on the side while we wait the 3 to 4 hour process of the cabbage, letting the water out. Let me clean the kitchen now because I have at least 2 hours of waiting time.
3 hours later.
So the time has finally come to get our hands dirty. We're gonna use our hands to spread this spread on all the leaf as much as we can. Really getting in there, you know? I really hope I'm doing this right. And I'm sorry if anyone that's Korean out there is looking at this and cringing. But this one's done. Now let's move on to the next one. It's basically the same thing. Also today is very windy and like the wind is making so much noise. But now we have to find a container. This is what I found. And we have to pack them in as tightly as we can. And now this has to ferment for at least 1 hour. I mean 1 day. And then it has to ferment in the fridge for 2 days extra or 3 days. But once this is fermented, we can start with the next recipe.
Yeah.
But guys, it's been approximately 3 days now, and it's time to use and taste our kimchi. And I decided to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And alongside our kimchi, we're gonna have some gimbap. I'm excited to do this because I've never done sushi rolls or anything sushi related. We've chopped up some veggies. I have here some green beans or green stalks. I don't know what you call them. Some bell peppers and some carrots as well. And we're also gonna add some kale because we don't have spinach. And then we have prepared the sushi rice in our very trusty rice cooker. To that, we're gonna add some rice vinegar and some salt. We need some sesame seeds as well. But let me cut the tofu first. We're gonna use my favorite kind of tofu, which is smoked tofu. Let's open you up, baby. I don't know how good this is gonna turn out, but I think alongside our kimchi is gonna be perfect.
Get some help.
What we're gonna do now is saute this in a pan. Let's move over to the stove quickly and do this. Got our trusty little pan here. Now we're gonna heat this up. You know, something I really wanna try is the Trader Joe's gimbap because they're like famous for it. I wanna see what the hype is, you know, but I've not been to the US in a long time. So we're just gonna make it at home, you know. What's your favorite kind of protein like alternative? Tofu is so cheap, so that's my go-to. But I love the nuttiness of tempeh, and seitan is definitely one of my favorite ones. I really want to try the chickpea tofu one. I know it's not that hard to make, but I'm kind of scared. But that's some cooking. Now we're gonna quickly saute our veggies with a tiny bit of soy sauce. That's it. That's preparation for it. It's quite simple, right? Now let's go assemble this. Wish me luck. Let's start this process. We've cleaned the kitchen because we don't have a sushi roller, so we're gonna have to try to make what we can with this. You have your nori shit. Got a bit of rice vinegar, a bit of sesame seed. We're gonna spread the rice about half of what we got here. Time to put some of this tofu, trying to make it as pretty as I can. Some bell pepper, carrot, and some long bean thingies that I don't know the name of. And finally, some kale. Now we're supposed to roll it away from you. Close this baby up. And we got ourselves a first roll. And now we have here a second attempt at this. Let's see if we can make it even better. Now let's change the pattern a bit. Kale first, now the veggies. If you've ever done gimbap, what are your favorite fillings? Finally, it's just adding the tofu. Now we have to roll it away from us. We add a bit of water. And we got 2 rolls, which we need to cut now. We want the pretty bits, you know. We got a beautiful plate right here. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Just construct it a bit. Make them a bit thicker maybe. Ooh, it looks like a little smiley face. I have to work on the pattern. Okay, that one deconstructed a bit too much. Okay, this one is not the pretty one. Let's see the other one. Oh, I like this one much better. I think our first attempt actually was the best one. I rushed the second one a bit too much. And now, before trying this beauty, let's open up our kimchi. Looking good. I mean, now I have kimchi for at least until I leave for Berlin. Let's just put a bit more sesame seeds on top, just make it a bit more pretty. And there you go, guys. You've been served a very Korean style lunch, I guess. So let's try one. Bon appetit. With the smoked tofu, oh, that's good.
Get some help.
But the most exciting part about this is to get to try out kimchi. I hope I don't get diarrhea or get food poisoning from my own food. That's actually good. Pretty spicy. I just need some water. Okay, the spice is good. We can tolerate this. I just have to start making kimchi now. Big bites only. I am so proud of this, especially my kimchi. I'm proud of myself. We killed 2 birds with 1 stone, and we've already had dessert. I know it's unusual, but we do unusual stuff on this channel. Speaking of the channel, if you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up so I know that you are enjoying the series so far. And don't forget to comment down below what you would order at my cafe on the Korean week. And also let me know what other countries' cuisines I should try next. Don't forget to subscribe and join the family and help us reach 1K, because once we reach that goal, I'm gonna be attempting my biggest project yet, and that is making a wedding cake. It's gonna be a big challenge, potentially gonna fail on many parts, but we're here to challenge yourselves every day. So make sure to click that subscribe button and join the fam. Thank you so much for coming at my little side of the internet. I might have just insulted a bunch of Korean people. Here, I'll save one for you.